And we are live. Welcome to the Pesky Panther Pod, Episode 3. I'm joined with Matty Rags, as always, and Adam Russell. Behind me, Adam Russell is the local Penguins fan. Only fitting we'll be playing them in the first game of the season.
Go Pens.
Go Panthers. Anyways, Matt, as always, you're the shepherd of this podcast. You always seem to steer the boat out of rocky waters. And where are we starting? Where are you steering us today?
It got a little rocky last time, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, to be fair.
That's what we expect on this little podcast, so I'm not going to lie. I don't have any alcohol this time. I'm breaking the rules, so I've got a big mug of water. So yeah. Ice cold water.
All right. So, Maddie, where are we going?
Yeah, so it's only fitting the numbers outweigh the Pens here, so we're going to start with the Panthers roster. Yep. Obviously, it's almost finalized, if not finalized, I guess, depending on what goes down in the next, few days or whatever. But essentially, we're looking at a pretty healthy roster right now in terms of depth, scoring ability. Obviously, I heard Billy Lindsay on NHL Network earlier saying that the Panthers, excuse me, are going to score their way out of trouble this year, and realistically, that's spot on. You can't really look at that roster and think otherwise, I would think. I mean,
right. My one thought initially, I love Bill Lindsay, a Florida Panther legend. Obviously, he's being a little bit of a homer there. My initial thought is, what was it? We won the division. We were like the number one scoring team in the league, and yet we still couldn't get ourselves out of defensive trouble. I think it's a little bit different of a storyline this season. We're a lot sturdier on defense. We are a lot more physical, have a lot less of those weak puck-moving defensemen. So I do agree. I think that the Panthers will not only be able to be steady on defense, but we'll be able to outscore any opponent in the NHL. So Bill Lindsay hit the mark there. Yeah.
That brings me to my next point about the roster in terms of you're going to get scoring from the defense, but you're going to get, I think, a lot better cohesive defense because this is going to be the second year they're together.
Yep.
Which I think is huge under Quenneville. He's such a good coach. I don't exactly know how many years it took Kane and them to win their first chip, but
you got to think in 2007 the team had terrible numbers. They were probably this is Chicago Blackhawks. I'm talking about 2007. Some of the worst attendance number in the league. They're still original six team. They had terrible deals with broadcasting. Even if you lived in Chicago, you couldn't go see a game. It really took the emergence of Patrick Kane as a superstar, Jonathan Taves, and Dale Talon to kind of lay the groundwork, which almost you can say deja vu, a great two-way center and a fantastic scorer on the wing, i.e. Barkov and Kane, to really take that franchise out of the doldrums there because, I mean, they were only drawing 13, sometimes even 9,000 people a game. So kind of reminds you of the Panthers of the old. You can see some shadows of that Blackhawks team. I think our team is probably not as full of Hall of Famers as theirs. Looking at it now, because they had Marian Hossa
being raised in the last podcast. So
true. They had Marian Hossa. They had Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, Taves, Kane, who were still playing the league. They had Dustin Byfuglien. They had Andrew Ladd. They had Brian Campbell. I mean, that was an incredible team. And they did it with Antti Niemi in net, who is a sieve. So, I mean, this Florida Panther team is actually, in comparison to that Blackhawks team, we are primed.
Let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
What do you like most and the least about our defense as you're looking at the roster right now?
So my favorite thing is the fact that if you look at both of our pairings, and I think Quenneville is smart, and if I look at this correctly, the top two pairings, I think he split Uyghur and Ekblad, right? So did he?
No. That's
okay.
Not
well, regardless, I would say the best thing about our defense is the fact that we have two Norris caliber defensemen on our team. We have Aaron Ekblad, who is going to be absolutely putting on a field day this season because, I mean, he was emerging as a Norris caliber player before he got hurt last season. And then with Mackenzie Weegar, a 7th-round pick out of Halifax, who is also budding into one of the top defensemen in the NHL. And if he was on a major market team like Toronto Maple Leafs, he would have gotten way more Norris Trophy votes than he did last year. So
Ekblad went down. Mackenzie Weegar became the best defenseman in the NHL. He started off slowly. He didn't really get into his own when he gained an extra hyper focusness. You noticed it. You noticed it clearly, especially when he got hurt. But close to then, he was starting to really click, though.
He really was. Some really exciting things about our defense too is you have Bobby Forsling. I mean, I really think he's going to turn into a fantastic puck moving two-way defenseman. And then we still have the physical Radko Gudas. I think Joe Quenneville did a really good job picking up that player from Vancouver. He was a fifth-round pick in 2014, 2015. Yeah. I can't pronounce his Finnish last name. But
we'll give it some time. We'll figure it out.
Another Finn, another reclamation project that's huge for us. I think we got rid of the biggest hole in the defense, which is Keith Yandel.
We had two.
And Anton Strawman. Shan't be forgotten, Anton Strawman, Panther legend.
Can I give a sidebar? Hold your next thought. But let me give you one quick sidebar with that.
Yeah.
Losing those two guys
is the biggest addition.
It was a huge addition, but then just adding a good player, especially signing Montour and signing Forsling.
Yep. I like the Brandon Montour signing, and I'll give you
top four. That sets your top
four. Crazy top four. Brandon Montour is a stud. He's going to be great. So I'm very excited that our top four is insane. My one question mark that I have is I think that seventh defenseman, if one of our top six guys go out, is questionable. Is Matt Kierstad going to be the guy? Is Chase Pesky?
They sent him down.
Right, I know, but you're going to have to call up that seventh guy. Who is that seventh defenseman? I guess it's going to be
there are a few, I think, that can come up and be successful.
I agree. I just think now it's funny we talk about depth. I think it's crazy that I'm complaining about the seventh defenseman for our team.
Keep it coming because it's good. It feels good. It feels good.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So I would say my biggest complaint.
We're not used to it.
My biggest complaint is, I would say, the age of our defense. We don't have any veterans really grizzled. I guess Kevin Cottonen is the oldest guy, kind of a suitcase type guy, which is fine.
He's a veteran right now.
Yeah, I guess Ekblad's a veteran, which for a young player taking that role,
think of who he was bred by. Think of who he lived with when he was
Brian Campbell. Yeah.
No.
Who did he live with?
Willie Mitchell.
Oh, he did? Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why he's such a big fisherman now. Shout out Ekblad. Shout out Willie Mitchell.
I like that. Okay, so those are my negatives on our defense, that we're a little young, and that I'm worried about our seventh D man. But I mean, our top six are absurd. I mean, every single one of our defensive pairings.
The word you just used, worries.
Yeah.
I want to stop you there and go into goalies.
Okay.
Everyone has worries about our goalies.
Yeah.
About Bobrovsky, he has a 10-year contract for $100 trillion. Knights are rookies, only played 4 games.
Yep.
4-0.
Okay.
91% save percentage.
Extremely important games, mind you, right? We know that as Panther fans.
Crazy games.
The rest of the league that doesn't watch because we're not televised obviously doesn't know that, but that's a different story.
Did you see, Matt, really quick, let me interject. Did you see the top 10 goalie rankings the NHL put out today?
I did not see that.
Guess who the 10th rated goalie in the league was?
Don't say Bobrovsky.
Spencer Knight.
Over Bobrovsky?
Yeah.
Where was
10th goalie in the league?
Where was Bobrovsky rated?
I didn't see it, but I just saw the top 10. And Knighter was 10.
He's number 2 or 3 in the rookie rankings.
Oh, yeah. On the Calendar Trophy is number my biggest question mark of the team.
Out of all of the names for topics for today for awards, I didn't have Calder written down. That's sad.
Yeah. Calder, yep.
Anyway.
I would say that the biggest thing for me is like our goaltending. Bobrovsky doesn't have to be great, but for a $10 million player, he has to be good.
Okay. So real quick, let me talk about that, and then I'm going to shut up the whole time about this and about Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
We know Spencer Knight's good. Let's not talk about Spencer Knight. We need a bigger sample size, but when he plays, he's still going to be good. We know that.
Yeah.
He's a stud athlete, and he's a stud mental athlete. We know that. We've seen it. With Bobrovsky, a crazy contract. The contract. That was a forced contract. We didn't have many options. The options.
You had Robin Leonard, who would have been sick.
It would have been sick, but the lore, like the allure around Bobrovsky,
especially coming out of that,
we have to go back in time. We have to think about how we were thinking about Bobrovsky at that time.
reverse sweeping the
We
Lightning.
obviously liked Leonard, but at the time we're like, if Bobrovsky's not number one, if you get Bobrovsky, maybe you get Panarin. We didn't get Panarin. That sucked balls. But
Does that suck? Because think about it, we had enough money to re-sign Barkov.
Contract-wise, it would have tightened up the team. We wouldn't be as good depth-wise.
Yeah.
But New York's done a good job with what they've done. They've had the number one pick and all that shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, realistically, getting Bobrovsky, and this is the last thing I'll say about the contract. Getting Bobrovsky at the $10 million, it was forced. There weren't many options, and we had to pay him a lot of money because he deserved it. He's a 2-time Vezina winner. He was a stud coming to us, right?
Yeah.
With that said, for any goalie, it's hard to live up to that expectation. I don't care who you are. You can be Martin Brodeur. Like, that's a crazy contract, a crazy term in a place where the defense really wasn't good coming in.
Yep. So
that's the point. The defense wasn't good, and their structure was complete opposite of what Columbus played.
Yep.
If you play a shutdown defense in front of Bobrovsky, he's going to have a lot more chances to block outside shots. Panthers don't play that. They play more run and gun. They get caught. Yandel and Strawman gave up so many big goals throughout their tenure because of getting caught off guard or stupid shit throughout the defense.
Bad turnovers, man. Yeah.
Of course. You're Bobrovsky. You could be a sick goalie, but guess what? You're a goalie. You know how hard it is to play against a sick offensive guy. It doesn't matter how good of a goalie you are.
Yeah.
8 times out of 10, if I have a fast break, not 8 times out of 10, 6 times, 7 times out of 10, for a Barkov or a Patrick Kane or something, you give those up. I mean, anybody, you try to stop that, you're not going to stop it very often.
Yeah. And I'll chime in with you, Matt, and I agree 100%.
Right.
Who's the best goalie in the world right now? It's Carey Price still, and he proved that. And that's another guy who's being paid $10 million. Yep, I'll just talk to myself. That's another guy, ladies and gentlemen, that's being paid $10 million. Being paid $10 million and cannot live up to the expectation, even though he is the greatest goalie in the world. So by us signing Bobrovsky, we had to assume that he was going to be better or equal to Carey Price, just off the number. And no one can live up to that. Because Carey Price undoubtedly is the greatest goalie on earth.
Carey Price, though, because the expectation is so high money-wise and contract-wise, if you get hurt, if something happens, I think didn't he just check himself into a mental something or other? Bro, you never ever know what's going to happen with people these days.
Yep.
It's so crazy to think about that, but it's the fucking truth.
He gets it. He's a Pens fan.
Exactly. He's starting the season. We start against him, actually. We start against the Pens on Thursday.
No Sidney, no Gino, no Jake Gensel.
That's good. It's good for us. Yeah. Hey.
Nice little 7-0 start.
It's all right. The Penguins always find some like young AHLer who's like 29 who is seen like
they don't even have Jared McCann anymore.
And they'll just throw him up and they'll score 30 goals like every time. That's what they do. Like Brandon Russ, fucking Jake Gensel, like all of them. Just fucking pull them up. There they go. They're perennial goal scorers.
So I said my piece about Bobrovsky, but realistically, I don't think he can live up to the contract no matter how fucking he is. The defense.
Yeah, we signed it. I knew it was a bad deal.
To be solid or more shut down in front of him for him to be the numbers they were in Columbus or close to it. That's just the kind of goalie Bobrovsky's not going to get. He's not going to save all the fast breaks. He's not that kind of goalie all the time. He's really not. He's not a stud in shootouts. He's not that guy.
All right. Now, while we're talking about contracts, there was a big contract. Alexander Barkov, the great Barkov.
Captain.
Just re-signed for $10 million a year, 8 years. He said, did you see the comments that he said?
I watched the whole thing in the press conference.
No, did you see what he wrote, what George Richards had? It's
no.
Incredible. He said,
I don't. By George, no.
Oh, dude, this is incredible. Barkov says, I don't get why players leave teams to find Stanley Cups. He's like, I think there's a lot to be said about a player who stays and makes Stanley Cups on teams.
That doesn't surprise me one bit that he said that.
He knows his comments. We're saying that.
No, he's not. No way.
That is actually Barkov 100%.
Yeah.
But I will say,
he's not like that type of guy.
He's really not. But I will say I heard an interview by Ekblad on NHL Network earlier today that was live with Billy Lindsay and all the other two guys on there. And Ekblad said it. He's like, what makes Barkov so good is he just signed this contract, blah, blah, blah. But he's like really good at talking to other players about getting team-friendly contracts.
Huberdeau, next. Huberdeau's next. Did you see what Huberdeau said on the comment?
But let's all be honest. Bennett's signed.
Yep.
They're fucking butt buddies. Let's be honest. Shout out to them. They're badass players, though.
Yeah.
Reinhardt's going to become a part of the crew. And that's another thing. Did you watch the last preseason game against Tampa?
Reinhardt looked nasty.
The goal that he scored, that chemistry right there was some of the best hockey chemistry I've ever seen when someone's been thrown together like that.
That was like game 4 with them. And we have 82 games of this.
That was stupid chemistry. Yeah. It's not going to be all there like the whole game. But when it happens, dude.
It's the we didn't even talk about Sam Reinhart, who is nasty. Nasty. He's so good, and we have him now. And like people forget that this guy was a stud and is a stud on Buffalo. On Buffalo, he almost scored 3 goals. Yeah.
Don't look at. Hold on a second.
Wait, hey, I'm gonna pump my tires, Matt, really quick. I got Carter Verhaeghe in like the 12th round of my fantasy draft last night.
That's stupid. Who's in your fucking league?
I know, dude.
What?
No, dude. No one took him.
People take Owen Tippett before him?
No.
Dude, if you don't, Owen Tippett's playing with Hoobie.
I know.
He's gonna score so.
Okay, speaking of, now that we brought up Owen Tippett I'll just glaze over him really quickly because I want to talk about Huberdeau's older line mate. Owen Tippett knew he was going to be nasty. Shows up this preseason. He's coming on his junior year. Is nasty, scoring goals, like 7 goals in the first few games of the preseason, just being gross, looking like the player we all thought he was going to be. He looks like he's playing with kids out there. You know what I mean? Like peewee guys. It's insane. The Ginger's flying up the ice, making toe drags left and right, picking corners on like the Lightning. It's nasty. Yeah. Anyways.
It reminds me of the way Ekblad picks corners.
Right.
He does the same little drag move that I tried it, but it's pretty fucking hard, man.
It's so hard. Okay. Where the fuck's Anthony Duclair, dude?
Have you seen something on Twitter? I haven't looked.
I saw him starting on the 4th line.
Oh, no. The 4th line has nothing to do with him being hurt. He's going to move up and down. He's going to be a fill-in guy that's
crazy because he has so much skill.
It's crazy, but here's the thing. He's that good and that like speedy and stuff to work down there. He's not going to get a lot of ice time, unfortunately. But
he's just nuts, dude. He's like one of the fastest guys in the NHL, and he's got crazy
really fucking good. But he's going to get first and second line time when things go wrong. Sometimes he did last year.
That guy deserves a top 6 spot cemented in.
But I will say this: if you know anything about Quenneville, you know that it's all competition. If he thinks that you deserve second line, first line time, you're going to get it.
And the fact that Hornquist is starting on the 3rd line over him, Hornquist, shout out.
I think that's a chemistry thing right now with Lundell.
Yeah,
I think that's what that is. If you look at the facts, they're both from that area. I think they're gonna.
He gets in front of the net.
Yeah. Did you like Patrick Hornquist in Pittsburgh?
A lot. I did. Yeah, he's great.
He's nasty. He scored the Stanley Cup winning goal.
He's very, very good. Yeah. But I think there was a lot of chemistry between Horny and we call him Horny.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, Horny and everybody else in Pittsburgh. I heard he didn't like when he was traded.
No, he threw his shit on the.
Yeah, he was very pissed off. Yeah. Especially to go to a place like South Florida, I couldn't agree more with the guy. I mean, it's an awful place.
I think it was the way that Pittsburgh told him, or he found out on.
He found out on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know. That says something about
Pittsburgh. Right, that sucks.
Here's a quick little hot take, though, and I thought this is hilarious, and I kind of think it might happen potentially. Sidney Crosby going to Colorado.
I heard that.
It's just a rumor that Biz from
Just a
fucking
rumor.
Chiclets made.
Yeah.
He was talking about it on his podcast, and it was hilarious. But honestly, I see it happening.
That'd be crazy. That'd be like old school Colorado when they got Bork. You know what I mean? They had Timu Solani, Paul Correa, Joe
So that's
Sakic.
like the Panthers getting Joe Thornton.
Yeah, that's weird still to me. I won't
1,600 games.
That's so strange. Joe Thornton's a Panther. That blows my mind.
Who is Joe Thornton?
Yeah, who is Joe Thornton? Anyways, Matt, what's next?
That's a great question. All right, so we talked a little bit about the roster. Last segment, we talked about the division, like a whole bunch of different things. I want a couple bold predictions from you right now before we go into a couple other quick topics. But I want some bold predictions from both of you on
give us a bold prediction.
Who the best team or the surprising team is going to be, and the least surprising team from each of you. Bold prediction though. It can't be
like the team that like doesn't live up to expectations. Is that what
however you want to look at it, but someone that's probably most people think are probably going to make the playoffs, and that you don't. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. All right, I got that one.
It could be anything. Realistically, it's not a big deal.
Okay. All right. So the most surprising team I think that people are going to be probably shocked about is the hipster choice. People are saying Ottawa, but I think Ottawa's going to be good. I don't think they're going to make playoffs, but I think LA is going to be really competitive this year over out west. I think LA is going to be super competitive. You don't think so?
No, I don't hate that at all.
Oh yeah, I think LA is going to be crazy competitive because Dustin Brown. They still have Browner, Drew Doughty, Kopitar. They have Iafallo. I mean, they've got Byfield. They still have Jonathan Quick. I think that they're going to be a competitive team, and that division sucks ass. I think probably the people are going to be least surprised. I don't think Seattle's going to be good. I don't think they're going to be over 500. I don't think that's very surprising, at least to me. I think they're going to suck ass for a long time, just the way they're drafted. They're a dog shit team. They're just put together like garbage, and they're not going to be Vegas. There's no way. It's improbable that they're going to be like Vegas and just be insane right off the bat. Like you look at their team, who scored the goal?
I think I kind of disagree because their defense is going to be pretty solid, but other than that,
their defense, they drafted huge guys, which is cool. It'd be like if I was on fantasy NHL on a video game.
They're going to be gone through though.
I don't think they're going to be very good. What do you think?
Yeah, and again, I'm still getting my hockey IQ rolling back online here, but I would say team that I expect to do really great would be the Bruins.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think that's going to be pretty easy and interesting to see what they can do with Hall.
Yeah, I agree.
And I just feel like watching the Devils play, I've always been waiting for Taylor Hall to do something, and he either gets hurt or he has to take a phone call or take a pee, and he's never available. And hopefully in Boston, maybe things will change. A team that I think is going to suck, I'll either go with the Devils or the Coyotes.
Oh yeah, the Coyotes are suck.
They're just awful. If you think OEL is leading the team, you're smoking crack.
Yeah, he's in Vancouver now.
I think the Devils will be pretty solid.
That was recent. So he's not leading the team, and you are smoking crack.
I'm smoking crack, and he's on the team. One for two.
No, but he is. You are smoking crack if you think he's leading the team because he's out of there.
He's out of there.
Most Arizona fans probably don't know that he's gone.
Hey, they have huge bonus though. They got Clayton Keller.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's gone?
Oh, OEL is in Vancouver now.
Oh yeah, no, I've known that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you say the Devils going to suck. A lot of people say they're going to be good. I agree. The Devils going to suck.
Why would they be good?
Because they have Dougie Hamilton now, and all the young guys are getting good. But
squad.
Yeah, they'll surprise. They'll either be like
all I'm saying
a bubble
is that,
team or shit.
Have you ever seen where the Devils play hockey?
I have. It's a shithole.
It's really hard to be passionate in Newark.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah,
it's really hard.
That's
what?
fair.
What did you say, Matt? Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say my bold predictions here.
Yep.
I mean, no offense, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to make the playoffs, and it's only dependent on those top two guys playing a lot. And I think even when they do come back, I'm not too optimistic for them, unfortunately.
That's fair.
But in terms of injury, it's just inevitable, and it's sad, but it's true.
Well, it's always the one thing about the Penguins is it's always one of them's hurt.
Yeah.
It's very rare both of them are hurt.
Usually Gino's hurt and usually Letang's hurt.
Right. Or it's Sydney's hurt.
Yeah,
Sydney,
but
Gino's good.
Sydney will take a little break.
They're not the same youngsters, and that's not my bold prediction, though. I think my bold prediction is the Rangers are going to be pretty fucking nasty this year.
That's bold.
And I'm not saying it's going to be on the defensive end. They're going to give up some goals.
Is that because Mika signed?
But they're going to be good. They're going to score some cheddar.
I'll give you a bold prediction. I don't think Adam Fox is going to be nearly as good as he was last year.
No, I agree. I don't think they're going to have that, but I think they're going to score a lot of goals.
Yeah, they will. I think Capo
Caco is going to be a fun team to watch, and I think they could.
Scores 25.
How many goals?
I think they could win a lot of games if their goalie.
I don't know.
If their young goalie ends up doing pretty well, I think they can have a pretty solid team.
What do you think of Mika?
Of who?
Zibanejad.
I love him. He's a solid player. He's a great fantasy player.
Used to butt it up. They were great.
Yeah, Zibanejad's a great fantasy player when he's healthy. He scores in bunches. Nuts.
Yeah, he's nasty. The one thing about Chris Kreider is he still doesn't know about offsides, but that's all right.
They have Lafreniere and fucking was it Capo?
Yeah.
Dude, he's like a number 2 pick or 3 pick or some bullshit.
He's a number 2 pick.
Yeah, it's stupid.
He's sick. And he's nasty. He's going to score. He's going to be like a –
I think he's going to have a breakout year in the next year or two.
He has to.
I think the Rangers are going to actually be pretty nasty this year offensively.
Again, goaltending is a question for them because it's Shesterkin the guy.
I don't watch a lot of the Western Conference, but I honestly don't think Edmonton's going to be great. Realistically, I think they're going to score a lot of goals when those guys are healthy, but I mean, Vancouver's going to be better. Vegas is Vegas. Vancouver's going to be better, I think. San Jose's okay. LA's going to be pretty good, and Calgary's going to be pretty good. Anaheim could be pretty good. I don't think Edmonton is going to be up as high in the standings as people think.
Yeah,
I
just
break it down.
Defense.
Okay.
The defense they have Darnell Nurse. That's it.
Okay. Talk about Bobrovsky's contract.
Darnell Nurse's contract. Yo, they're fucking smoking crack.
He hasn't won two Vezinas.
He sucks, dude. He's so bad. Okay. I've got a bold prediction for you out of the West. The Blackhawks are Winnipeg wins the West, and the Chicago Blackhawks come within the top 3 teams out of the West.
Love it.
Yeah.
I almost wore a Blackhawk shirt tonight just to fucking throw some.
Blackhawks 100% are going to be just disgusting. They got Kirby Dach and Dominic Kubalik.
And
Jonathan.
Who?
You're missing one.
Who?
Flower.
And that was about Adam. Marc-Andre Fleury.
Jonathan Taves is back.
Yeah, Jonathan Taves is back. They're going to be good. They're going to be really good. And Kirby Dach is just going to show us what he can do.
I think the whole world's rooting for Jonathan Taves to get back on the horse.
I am.
Yeah. I don't know about anybody else, but I love the Blackhawks. I don't know why, but I always have.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are beasts.
They're sick.
Where's Jonathan Taves going?
You're right.
He's looking like Nicholas Backstrom.
Yeah, he's so good.
All right. So
what's next, Matt?
I want to talk about who you think the Vezina is going to be this year.
Okay.
In terms of the award winners, I think your prediction for the Vezina, the Selke, the Rocket Richard, the Calder, and the Art Ross.
Okay. Jack Adams.
You don't have to.
Oh yeah. All right.
Throw out a list.
Yep.
Of coaches and players.
Yep. Vezina, Jonathan Hellbuck. Jason Hellbuck. He's going to win the Vezina. Nasty American kid. He's going to lead Winnipeg to the Western Conference title. He's going to be gross.
His name's Peter.
What?
It's not Peter Hellbuck. I don't know.
Okay, good. Okay. I think it's Jason.
I thought it was Connor.
Oh, it's Connor.
You got the way off. How many names you guys got?
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's Connor Hellbuck.
Well,
I still think Jason Hellbuck's going to come out of the Western League and probably win the Vezina. Anyways, no. Connor Hellbuck's probably going to win the Vezina. If not, then probably Fleury. That's really it. A sneaky pick, Thatcher Demko. I would say Calder is probably going to be Spencer Knight or Cole Caulfield.
Or you think it's You're just
What?
being a homer, or you think it's legit?
No, I'm being
He's being
legit.
a homer.
No, I'm being legit.
Drafts like a homer.
Yeah, I do draft like a
Unbelievable.
homer. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to score a lot of goals for fantasy, though, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
The Panthers have the most fantasy players in the top 150, I think, or 100.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I think Spencer Knight's probably win the Calder. The Selke, I think Barkov's going to win it again. I know that's a homer move, but I think that's also not a homer move. Just because he's getting better every year. I would say the Lady Bing, Barkov could possibly win that again. I would say the Rocket Richard. I would say, honestly, Austin Matthews or Alex Ovechkin, or even the sneaky pick, Brock Besser out of Vancouver could win the Rocket Richard. And that's a wild one. People won't see Brock Besser coming.
Prediction.
That's a bold prediction. But Brock Besser is nasty.
He is very good. I think Pedersen's got a sick shot.
Yeah, Pedersen too. And Pedersen could with the Lady Bing as well. He could even be in some conversation.
Oh, I didn't even mention Lady Bing.
Oh, Lady Bing, Aho is another guy who could win it. Jack Adams, obviously, it's either going to be Barry Trotz or Joel Quenneville. It could be.
For the Jack Adams, who do you think wins Jack Adams?
I think Joel Quenneville will.
No, in terms of how the team plays, do you think it's going to be someone that's like a dominating team, or is it going to be someone that's like a younger team that the coach has done extremely well and went far with?
If the Rangers make the playoffs and they make it past first round, then Gerard Gallant wins it.
I agree.
If the Islanders win the Stanley Cup, then Barry Trotz wins it.
Islanders are going to be a letdown this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. If the Panthers make it past, then Quenneville has it.
I think the Panthers are going to actually somehow run into the Lightning in the playoffs, but I don't think it's going to be the first round this year. Mm-hmm. I'm almost positive I called it last year, but I could be wrong.
I would very much enjoy watching that.
That was such a good series.
Because I'll be here in one of those jerseys.
Yeah, we'll be at the games, I guess.
That was such bullshit. Losing.
We go. Oh, dude, they'd be the best. What do I have left? Oh, the what is it? The fucking Art Ross, the league MVP. I mean, it's either gonna be like Nathan McKinnon or Connor McDavid. I mean, like, come on.
Toss up.
It's a toss-up. It's probably going to be McDavid because he's just insane.
It's a pleasure to watch. Honestly.
He's really.
I will try to find the game to watch him skate.
Just to watch him skate.
In a perfect world, Alexander Barkov wins it.
Yeah, true. Barkov, if he continues on this like trajectory that he's on, Barkov could be in the conversation. But I still think McDavid's probably going to score fucking 140 points this season.
After signing his contract, I mean, he didn't make a lot now, but I'm sure maybe he's a little more willing to spend money. Do you think he bought a nice sex doll and he's just fucking exploding?
The guy loves I think he loves video games. Barkov. I think he probably got the new Xbox.
Where's he from?
Finland.
You know what, Tom? He probably got 2.
He might have gotten 2, maybe a TV. I hope he got a new pair of shoes too. That fucking guy.
He has a TV that his mom used to have in her car.
Yeah, probably. Fucking some like big ass one. I think that's all the awards, right? That's got to be.
Yeah, I'm honestly not even gonna name mine because it doesn't really matter. I mean, my predictions suck anyway. It's true. I never come close. Anyway, if you want me to name them, though, I will.
All right. I just want to know, who do you think wins the Jack Adams? One name.
I think the Rangers coach.
Yeah, Gerard Gallant. I agree. The homer out of me says Gerard Gallant, which is still a homer pick.
I like him a lot.
Coach. Yeah,
I like the way he coaches.
Yeah.
I think the Rangers are going to benefit a lot from that because they're going to learn how to play better D as a team.
I've got some Gerard Gallant dirt.
Bring it.
And this is real.
And this is real.
And this, you can only find this dirt at
Pesky. Everything you've been saying tonight has been fake since you didn't say it.
Fair. Okay. So I was hanging out with a certain. So I was at a practice with a certain St. Lawrence coach, who will remain nameless, who used to be in the NHL.
I know who he is. Yeah,
we're not going to name any names. And I asked him. I said, "What do you think of Gerard Gallant?" And he says, "Oh, Turk." And I'm like, "Yeah. What do you think of Turk?" He's like, "Guy's really nice. Loves his players or hates him. didn't get past grade 9 and then laughs. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the guy didn't get past grade 9 and then laughed.
That's awesome. Hey, he's making a shitload more money than I am. So good.
Right, I agree. Yeah, and I was like, dude, he's in the NHL. Like, you're still coaching in St. Lawrence. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Realistically,
Yeah, never got out of high school.
I think he could win it if the team does really well. He's a good coach.
All right, what's the next topic here?
Yeah, so let's break down and dive into the Atlantic, or is it even called the Atlantic Division this year?
Yeah, it's Atlantic.
Let's dive into the division. So the last couple things, dive into the division and then talk about the playoff potential from the division and what the seeds what they might look like.
I'm going to do a quick one, and I'm going to break them down in order from ranking.
Give me 1 second. Let me go back to the main page.
I'm going to break them down from order of how they end up in the power rankings for the division.
That works.
Okay. Florida, no one at extra needed. Florida Panthers win the division. Second will be Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Third will be Toronto. Fourth, and not by much, will be Boston. Fifth will be Ottawa. Sixth will be Montreal. Seventh will be Detroit. And eighth will be the Buffalo Sabres. That is my prediction.
Mine is very, very similar.
One team that could not make it is the Bruins. And I could see the Ottawa Senators somehow fucking squeaking their way in.
Ottawa had a good end of the year last year. I will say that. If they started fairly well this year, they could somehow pull it out at the end because they have talent. They lost a couple guys. They lost Dadonov.
Rest in peace, Dadonov.
Yeah. I don't know about Montreal. They're kind of a hit or miss.
They're going to suck.
I hope they do. Boston, I think like he said, I think Boston's going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see what Taylor Hall can do. But I will say their goaltending and their defense, I'm not too optimistic that it's going to be very good.
Or their center depth.
Yeah, they're going to score, though. I'm not even worried about their offense.
Oh,
they'll score.
Charlie Coyle's your 2C?
Cool.
Yikes. Don't want to be that guy.
I'm gonna say they might not make the playoffs. Let's say, I mean, hypothetically, and I mention this shit in every podcast, and you hate when I do. But injuries, it happens. I've been watching sports. I've been in sports my whole fucking life. I've been coaching and traveling the world and shit with it. So it's gnarly and injuries happen. But anyway, you need fucking depth. And I honestly don't think Boston has what it takes in a full season to do what it's going to do.
I agree.
How's traveling the world going?
So fun.
Take me with you next time, damn, bud.
What happened?
Take us with you.
Take us with you, man.
Oh, yeah. I do it.
All right. So, what's your ranking? Break down just say your teams really quick. Lightning round. Your teams from start to finish. When you come back.
Florida, Toronto, Tampa. Montreal, Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo. Who'd I miss? Boston. Back up. Florida, Toronto, Tampa, Boston, Montreal, Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo.
Okay. All right, I like that. What's the last breakdown here?
You know what? Let's forget the division. Let's go to the Penguins and their division, the Metro.
Let's talk shit about them really quick.
Really quick.
They're gonna be so bad.
Or is he not here?
He's not here. They're gonna be so bad.
Okay, let me fill my water though while he's here. For all our podcast listeners, if anybody likes food.
What is that? Is that fish?
Bro, what is this? I'm about to fucking defrost it and eat it tonight because I'm hungry.
Smoked silverfish?
From Alaska, hand caught by one of my players' dads.
That looks so good.
Dude, he smokes it for hours at his house. He catches tons and tons of fish.
That's nasty. In a good way.
It is unreal. It's like beef jerky. I'm going to leave it out.
Matt's leaving it out, guys. He's leaving it out. Round of applause for leaving it out, everyone.
That was a terrible round of applause, though. You gotta get better at your round of applause. Hold on. No, honestly, Pittsburgh can suck. What? See right there. Is that a painting behind you or a tapestry? Tapestry.
Right here, it's a tapestry. What was that?
Yo, where's your digital invitation? I want to see it.
Oh, I'll send it to you right now. But let's get this podcast over.
Oh boy, we've been going for 40 minutes. Not too bad though. All right. So the playoffs. I do want to talk about the Penguins, but we can skip that for a second. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. So the playoffs.
The playoffs.
We think the Panthers are going to be the 1 seed. They're going to play the 8 seed. Right?
Yep.
Who do you think the Panthers run into and get the hardest time with in the playoffs potentially?
Worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario.
Probably like fucking Washington. That would suck. Washington, even though they got a young goalie, we could probably light up. Fuck. Tampa Bay.
I swear to baby Jesus. If we get Tampa Bay in the playoffs again.
No. Seriously.
Or like in the first round. Sorry, in the first round.
First, the worst team we could see in the playoffs, I would actually like my ass would pucker up and I'd be like, oh no.
It would be Tampa. We
Islanders too. That would suck. That would suck.
You know
the
Islanders.
Fuck the Islanders.
Like I don't say that about Tampa. I do hate Tampa.
I do be hating Tampa though.
I don't say fuck Tampa. I just don't.
I literally it said on the back of my car. It said fuck Tampa Bay.
You wrote it. Stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I kind of want to do that now. But
fuck them.
Yeah. So, who do you think realistically? You think Washington? And give me another team that you think is built to give the Panthers kind of team at like a tough time.
Every team in the NHL in the first round. The Islanders would fucking suck. I would hate to have the Islanders again. I would hate it. I would fucking hate it.
Yeah, I agree.
I would hate it. 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 Just as bad. Tampa Bay and the Islanders in the first round of 1 and 2. Huh?
What team do you want to see in the first round?
Ooh, Schittsburg would be cool. That'd be a lot of fun.
They're not making the playoffs. It doesn't matter.
No, they probably won't make the playoffs. Honestly, it'd be a lot of fun to play like Boston in the first round. Toronto, oh my God, Florida, Toronto in the first round. That's who I'd like to see.
That would actually be
neither
really
team has
fun.
made it out. It'd be guaranteed one fan base would be stoked, and all those Toronto fans would like lose their minds if Florida beat them in the first round.
Here's why I want Toronto, because they're not a very physical team. Yo, what's up, Meg?
This episode is brought to you by Bud Light. And
This
Pig
episode
Points.
is brought to you by Marley.
Yeah.
New name in fashion.
The new name in Panther
Let's
hockey.
get her used to the beer now while she's young.
She hates beer.
Build her tolerance. Jeter loves beer. He's an alcoholic. It's sad.
Oh my God, she's so freaking sleepy. Oh,
Good.
Marley.
Oh, she's so cute.
Marley classic player, pucks in deep, crashing net.
Yep.
All right, so,
exactly.
hey, Pittsburgh Penguins, real quick. Pittsburgh Penguins are not going to have their best players to start the season, right?
That's correct. We have no Jake Gensel, no Sidney Crosby, and no Gino, no Malkin.
You know, I know.
So Malkin's going to be out for a while. Sydney is going to be out for I forget how many games they said.
An extended period of time.
Extended period of time, so vague was bad. And then Jake's probably going to come back in a week or two.
Yeah, a week or two.
But I mean, without the chemistry between Gino and Sydney, I don't really like we don't have much depth. We have Kapanen, Spirit Kapanen. That's one of your boys on the Appalachian boys.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about that guy. Defense is okay.
He actually posted a really sick video today on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll show it to
Brian Dumoulin starts up front with Chris Letang. They moved Chad Ruhwedel to the third pairing, which is I don't agree with that. But Dumoulin's old guy. He's a savvy hockey player, but we're going to be looking to Chris Letang to put the puck on net and run the blue line. But
who is so steady?
No,
Chris Letang.
you're joking.
No, but he's still around.
Chris Letang is a fresh 34 years old.
Yeah.
With a incredible history right behind Malkin of getting hurt.
Of health.
He gets hurt all the time. So, I don't think we have too much depth as a healthy squad. And certainly with the top three scorers out of the lineup, I really don't know where we go from here.
Yeah.
I'm not too hopeful. And especially when Sydney comes back, he's going to be tentative. He's going to be a little creaky. And
you have your favorite guy in that.
And then we have Tristan Jarry in net who.
Huh?
That's what I like to hear.
He likes the Penguins jacket.
Oh, cool. Well, you guys live in South Florida, so that's bad enough. Anyways, but we have Tristan Jarry in net, back up Casey DeSmith. We shipped off Matt Murray. Thank God. He was a great guy, but just couldn't hack it. Kind of like Carson Wentz in Philadelphia. Wrong sport, but good guy, just can't do it, man. So we got to get rid of him. And Casey DeSmith, he's pretty good. I think it was a close call picking Tristan Jarry, but he's done a pretty good job. So we'll see. But again, not really anything solid. Oh.
I like it. I think Pittsburgh has potential, but they're going to have to build it up a little bit with their farm system and make it a little stronger. Their goaltending's a little in question.
Yep.
A small price to pay for 3 cups.
Small price.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for me about Pittsburgh this year is going to be, even if we get a lucky bounce with the injuries, I'm not seeing chemistry flowing on the team, and that's something that I'm looking at season long.
There's not tremendous depth either. I don't think top to bottom. So.
I don't see, when the boys are flying around the ice and they're buzzing and you can feel the goal's going to come on sooner or later. That feeling? I'm not feeling that this year.
I've never felt it with Tom on the ice. I can tell you that.
Fair enough.
I'm just kidding.
My job is not to let that happen.
No, I'm kidding. We've played forward together all the time.
Yeah.
We've probably played forward more together, I feel like, in pickup hockey than we did not. But I don't know.
I think you got to stick Tombo in goal and just let him slide back.
I loved it. I scored all the time. It made me feel so good.
Matt went from looking like just like a total scrub to like Pavel Datsyuk when I was in there.
Dude, Pavel Datsyuk.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. That's how good I look.
That's
how good I look.
Yeah, Patty Kane and Datsyuk.
I'll never forget. There was actually one goal that I scored in pickup hockey with you.
Yeah. Against me?
No, you were playing forward with me on the same team.
Okay. Yeah.
But I had a breakaway of sorts. I had someone behind me that was very close, if not just next to me. And I scored almost like the goalie was out a little bit, and I scored over his shoulder from decently far out, top shelf, and I fell forward and like did the Superman into the wall.
That's brilliant.
Into the wall.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, hard. Like I was moving. And I'll never forget that snipe, dude. That was one of my favorite, like, bouncing puck, just right over the shoulder. It was just, I'll never forget it. It was
I
so.
remember,
It was at SUNY Canton. I think it was
playing. Oh, dude, that was a really fun pickup. The SUNY Canton pickup.
That's the one it was at. It was,
That was
so
a fun pickup. That was
Did
a
you
lot
play
of fun.
with Will Harrison when he played?
Yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah, Will was a good dude. We played a lot of golf together.
I remember one time I was staying on the ice. We'll wrap up the pod after this. I'm standing on the ice.
Give me the child.
Yeah, here's the child. Give me the child.
Give me the child.
I was standing on the ice after a pickup in Appleton, and Marnell comes on the ice. Like everyone had left, and I was still just kind of like working on edge work, and I'm playing goalie, and Marnell's like, "All right, I'm going to stand at the face-off dot, and I'm going to tell you what corner I'm going to hit, and I'm going to go 10 for 10."
Yeah.
I was saying, like, dude, you can't tell me what corner you're going to hit, and like not expect me to like cover it. You know what I mean? But he's like, but you like can't like obviously have to start in the center and then like
you have to start and move.
I have to like transition over. He beat me 10 out of 10 times. I didn't even see it. It was just like like literally I was like, go. He's like top left, come over, boo, right on my shoulder. I was like, what the fuck? Like I couldn't even get my glove on.
How far away was he though?
Blue line. He was on the face-off dot. No, on the face-off dot. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pro player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 There was a few times when we would be out there at SLU playing pickup hockey, and we would get some of the hockey guys to be out there.
Do you remember during the charity thing? Were you on my team when it was the 3-on-3 charity tournament?
No, I never
played.
played.
Dude, it was the 3-on-3 charity tournament, and my guys, like my club hockey guys, were seated up against the D1 team, and we almost beat them.
Really?
They scored in overtime. Yeah.
What was the physicality like?
It was like it was kind of like a little bit of pushing along the boards. And it was like half ice. You know what I mean? It was really fun. It was really fun. We almost beat them. We lost, obviously. We won the losers bracket, but like I was like, they're like, oh, and Sinners, you guys can be playing the varsity team. And I was like, really? Like, really? Like, what the fuck? You know? And then they just went on and literally murdered and pillaged every single fucking team on their way. And they won. And I was like, why? Who invited them? You know? Anyways. Anything else, Matt? This is a good pod.
No, we can talk some SLU hockey next week or next time.
Yeah, we'll do a SLU hockey. So men's St. Lawrence hockey is off to a hot start. We just had the MAC NCAA goaltender of the week. That Zetterquist kid who has the best pads in the NCAA, fucking nasty pads. He just won goaltender of the week, and he was 1-0-1 this week against Cornell. And I think he posted like a 1-2-5 goals against average against like 5th or 6th ranked Cornell. So Saints come marching in. Way to go. Yeah. Anyways.
I miss being the DJ for those games, man.
Yeah, I miss working those games, fucking up in the press box. That was the best. Anyways.
So fun. I miss
so much fun.
The action up there when we had a good team.
That was the best. When it was Gavin Bayworther to Brent Finkelstein. Remember they fucking dude, Ben Finks.
Panther draftee.
Dude, he plays in Greenville.
Yeah, my dad lives there. My dad's watched him play a few times. I know.
What was it? You know the equipment manager?
No, who is it?
No, the equipment manager on St. Lawrence, Jake.
No, why?
Okay, dude. Whenever he's in town, he like when I used to have Facebook, he used to give me free tickets all the time.
To who?
To the Stingrays games. He's the equipment manager for the Jacksonville Icemen. Jake Evans, I think is his name. Anyways.
It's wild. Okay.
Great fucking pod, man. Great pod.
Yeah, dude. So next podcast. Actually, you know what? I want to ask, are you a music fan? Is he a music fan?
He is.
A bit.
Hey Alexa, play You'll Never Walk Alone.
No. I have a question for you.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
So
No, Alexa, stop.
By Josh Groban on Amazon
No,
Music.
That's not-
Alexa, stop.
that was real disdain. in your face.
fuck
Josh
up.
Groban.
I didn't. Anyways, Matt, what were you
Go
gonna
ahead.
ask?
So you and I are huge Grateful Dead fans.
Mhm.
I don't know if you are.
Alexa, stop.
I'm curious. What is your favorite Grateful Dead song?
I literally don't know one.
I was gonna say, are you a Grateful Dead fan at all?
I'm not. I do enjoy the music when Tom plays it, though, but I've never really
Gotcha.
listened to it. It's good though. The whole Grateful Dead thing, if you want an answer, is not really my vibe. So that's probably what pushed me away from getting into it. Just
That's
like
fair.
that whole steez, like, isn't really my.
He thinks it's too associated like psychedelics and drugs.
Oh no, it's not, Tombo. I mean, I have a problem with that. It's just like not my.
But that's you can enjoy them without either.
Yeah, like when we go surfing, like
Yeah.
it's like good background music. I don't know if I listen to it. in my
Agreed.
car.
It's very relaxing. I'm a huge guitar player.
Oh, nice,
Hey, you know what song I've been really getting into?
nice. Dude.
Stella Blue.
Yeah, good song. So the Saratoga concert. Let's talk about that for a second.
Fuck you. I'm so jealous.
They played. I can't believe.
Best set, bro.
I can't believe you didn't come up. I listened to it all.
Best set.
Dude, they love each other. I was playing that for you.
Yeah.
Dude. When he was playing it, like
I'm gonna go
I've
back
been
to-
listening to that version.
I'll be on a little bit.
I'll be listening to that version, and he plays.
Yo, Matt, super nice to meet you, bro.
You too, man.
Go Panthers.
Yeah, go Penguins.
Go Panthers. Beat Lightning. Please.
I'll get behind that.
But no, like when he plays it, it's so
Yeah.
authentic to Jerry Garcia. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing flashy, but it's so, the tone of it. That concert was fucking. They love each other. It's such a great tune, and it's a. I mean, what a set that was. I mean, you had that into West LA Fadeaway. I FaceTimed, dude. I should have FaceTimed with you. I FaceTimed with my sister during that song.
West LA fade away. Down, down, down.
It was
Going down on the highway.
It was so good, dude. It was John Mayer fucking killed the concert. It was
He kills it.
unbelievable.
He kills it. He kills it.
And then in terms of the last thing, I would say for the next pod we should definitely have a guest on, and I think we can
Yeah, let's try to get one.
get a guest on. But anyway, it was good talking to you.
Maddie, man, I love you a lot. Lead us out.
Can you fade out to black?
I'll try. Take us away, Matt.
With what?
With whatever.
Are you on here? All right, I'm out.
Later, buddy.
See ya.